Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Mina and ask the question, would I buy or should you buy Mina? Not financial advice in the bear market. This is installment 66 of 1001. As always, you can see a link to every video in the playlist, in the Would I Buy playlist in the description of this video. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. Otherwise, let's go ahead and dive right on into this. Would I buy Mina in the bear market? I have talked about Mina before in this series, if you remember. And so what is Mina? It is the world's smallest, it advertises itself as the world's lightest blockchain at only 22 kilobytes. It compares it to the growing blockchain ecosystem, which can be as big as 300 gigabytes. And there was a lot of hype behind this project leading into its launch. It did not launch at a perfect time. It launched in the spring of 2021, which was the peak of euphoria for the previous cycle. And it's a blockchain that uses zero knowledge technology. And so looking at ZK apps is what it's called. There is a great deal of privacy with every transaction on their blockchain, which gives Mina elements of a layer one with Monero type qualities. You can look at it like that, but there's a lot of potential for this cryptocurrency, and we don't know yet what Mina is, and that is significant. And so going back to my initial video, because I talk about the first major category, timing, but then I specifically mentioned Mina at the end of that video. Question one, was this cryptocurrency created before or after April 14th of 2021? Mina, from everything that I can tell and everything I remember, because I did make a video about Mina in 2021, Mina was launched after April 14th. There was plenty of talk, of excitement before April 14th, but if I want to be faithful to what I mean by the launch, I remember Mina being launched after April 14th of 2021. Looking at the charts, the earliest chart date that I can see is after April 14th of 2021. For some reason, my memory fails me, but I'm going based off of that this is a yes, that I would buy Mina based off of that rule alone. And if you're confused as to why April 14th, watch the initial video. But then the second thing is, all right, if before, will the next cycle be the second or third? This is in regards to cryptocurrencies that the next cycle will be the second. I would label the next cycle being the first real cycle for Mina. But with second cycle cryptocurrencies, there's a lot that you have to do when it comes to analyzing fundamentals. All right, so it's not as simple as, well, has this had a history of putting in a higher high and then a higher low, or did it not put in a higher high last cycle? There's a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot that I've already reviewed, that have not put in higher highs from their 2018 or 2017 peaks to their 2021 peak. And so Mina doesn't qualify for that, but there's some real questions that should be asked about Mina that apply to cryptocurrencies that already went through their previous bear market and euphoria phase. And so, what are fundamentals? Does this have a real blockchain application? Will this cryptocurrency exist forever? Most will not. I'm not worried about that with Mina, especially because this is a new thing, a very new thing. And when I made the video in 2021 about Mina, the conclusion that I came to was that the technology to do what they want to do does not exist yet. Is that a bad thing? Actually, no. I'm very excited about products that are not finished products. Like Aave, we know what Aave is. We know what they're going to be. We know what Uniswap is. We know what they're going to be. We don't know yet what Cardano is because of how slow they've been moving with development. They have picked up dramatically lately. But I've always said with Cardano that we won't know what Cardano is until 2030. Quant, same deal. And then Mina. You can see Mina. We don't know yet the finished product. We don't know what that's going to mean. And so people will buy this cryptocurrency based on hype. And for me, when I'm considering fundamentals, there's in one part of my brain I'm thinking like, yeah, I want to know, will this exist forever? Does this have a lot of potential? What does this show me about the future of blockchain technology? The other part of my brain, knowing how cryptocurrency cycles work and knowing how hype can happen, I want to know what has hype. That's why, in a perfect comparison of that, I've already talked about these two cryptocurrencies. HBAR does not have a lot of hype. FTM does. They're very similar. I like HBAR a lot more than I like FTM, but I would buy FTM for the purpose of the series, for buying low and selling high. And so same deal with Mina. I think that this has a lot of potential to get a lot of hype next time around. But there are still some things that we need to look into this about Mina. Okay, I already talked about what our ZK apps, I gave a gist on that, so I'm not even going to worry about that. But looking at the chart, a big thing I want to know is how far has it fallen from its peak? Now, Mina had a short run. It was created not at a great time in the previous cycle, but did peak in September of 2021, and now is down, I believe, let me go to Masario here, down a little over 90% from its all-time high. Its bear market bottom was 95% down. I like seeing that for cryptocurrencies that I believe will put in a higher high. I'm not 100% convinced or even 75% convinced that Mina will put in a higher high, but it's something that I'm willing to put something into, to put a decent amount into in the expectations that I will. If you put a gun to my head, I believe that we will see Mina above $6, around where its peak was, next time around, next euphoria phase, whenever that may be. Cycles might be dead, but there will always be euphoria in cryptocurrency, periods of euphoria. I believe that Mina will benefit tremendously, at least the price is, as the price is concerned, will benefit from the euphoria that may or may not will be coming to wherever in the blockchain. I mean, we're still so early. Crypto is at a $1 trillion market cap, just past that, and there's a lot of potential. I believe that next cycle or next peak, whenever that peak may be, that the crypto market cap will peak between 7 and 10 trillion. So that's a 7x in general from here. I think that Mina would do more than a 7x from today's price. Now, one thing that I'm paying attention to that I'm like not super excited about with Mina is just seeing how inflationary they are. And so we can see some highlights. They've laid it out perfectly. They have nothing to hide. I do like that, but here we go. Mina is an inflationary cryptocurrency with no supply cap. All token holders can stake or delegate to receive their proportional fraction of the inflation with no lockup or bonding required to do so. There will be, or there was, a total of 1 billion Mina tokens distributed at launch, and then they won't fully unlock until the first 8 years. That's very important to understand. During the first year, and I'll get back to that, during the first year of mainnet, accounts with lockups will receive block rewards to target an annual inflation of 12%. Inflation rate will decrease over time, eventually reaching 7% at steady state. And so at its least inflationary, Mina will be 7% inflationary annually. I'm not a huge fan of that, because the longer I hold this, the bigger the market cap has to be in order for the price to just hold steady. I'm not a fan, but I am a fan of buying low and selling high. So anyway, there's other things you can see here, and if you want to read those on my screen while we're talking, just hit the pause button and move on. But I'm going to move on, excuse me. But here's the Mina 8-year circulating supply schedule, and you can see we are about 24 months from its launch. Actually, no, 18 months or so. So the circulating supply, it's a little higher. I saw on CoinMarketCap, it's somewhere around 800 million, a little over 800 million at the making of this video. And let's just say, let's fast forward 2 years. So a little bit before the 48th month, I'm seeing about a 50% increase from today in the supply. Excuse me. So January of 2025, which could very well be the beginning or the peak of the next cycle of euphoria. If you buy Mina now, you're competing against a supply of 50% more. That is not just supply that's being produced, but that's supply that's being unlocked. That's vesting supply. Now, one thing I would say, a positive on this, because I am weighing this out, is that there are unlocks over an 8-year period. Do you think that Mina is going to be worth a fraction of what it is at the final unlocks? I don't think so. That's not how it generally works. And so that gives me some confidence despite the very high levels of inflation that I'm seeing here. That's my only negative, is looking at the tokenomics. That is probably going to suppress that right there would give me a great deal of confidence that, Mina's at 67 cents, that we're not going to see this price 100x to $67. That's just not in the cards for Mina, because that's not just a market cap of 55 billion. That's actually more like a market cap of 82 billion, something like that. And that just seems very unlikely to me, but you never know. You never know in the crypto world. I don't see it happening. But, a higher high next cycle from where it is now is a 10x. And so, yeah, it could do, even higher than that. This could be very lucrative for a lot of people. I mean, if it 3x'd from its current market cap or its previous cycle high, those are phenomenal returns. But we'll see. Again, I have not done a ton of further research as to where is the technology as of today. Does the technology exist, or are we seeing over the horizon that the technology is coming? I don't know that in particular yet. All I know is that I do plan on buying Mina throughout the bear market in anticipation of the next bull run. And I think it's a pretty safe one. It's not like, I wouldn't rate it a 10 out of 10 in safety, but as far as getting a return on this, yes, definitely. So that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.